Hello again. Finally, for Microsoft Word, we will see layout and references and view options. First, I will generate a random 10 paragraph with four statements in each paragraph. I will save my document inside my folder. I will name it, for example, document 6. First option we will see in reference the insert footnote. Footnote will add, I can add for in each, I can add in any place I need a footnote. Footnote will be added at the bottom of page. For example, if I need here, for example, after document to add a footnote, I can click on insert footnote. For example, I will put CSCI 200. You can notice that it will be added at the bottom of the page. For example, I need to add a new other footnote. I can click where I need to add it and click on insert footnote. You will notice that now I have number 2. For example, introduction to computers. And here, if I zoom in, you can notice that after document added number 1, when I mouse over, you'll notice that the note is CSCI 200, and on over number 2, introduction to computers. Now, if I go to second page and add a footnote, it will add number 3, but the page number 2. So the footnote will be added in the same page where I click to add a footnote. For example, here I will add tutorial. So now if I go to here, I have number 3. So 1, 2 for the first page, and when I add a footnote in a second page, the number continue from 1 to now 3. Added number 3, and almost over you will see tutorial. The footnote is tutorial. Now for the page layout. In the page layout, I have the first option is to change the margin. The margin is the white space at the top, right, left, and bottom of page. By default, it is normal. You can notice that the margin are in inches. Each inch is 2.54 centimeters. The default option is, let's zoom out. Okay. The default option is narrow, normal. I can make it narrow. You see how the margin space decreased. I can increase the margin. I choose wide. Now the margin decreased. Or I can make it default as normal. Also, I have an option to customize my margin. So I will make it normal. Also, we can change the page orientation. For the page orientation, I have two options. I can make my pages portrait, which is the default option, or I can make my pages landscape. As for orientation, I can make my pages landscape. Also, I will return back to portrait. I can change my letters, my page size. By default, it is letter or A4. For example, I can make it A3. Also, notice when I make it not 3, now I have one page. I can choose any style, any size for my pages. I will make it again A4. Also, I can, for selected paragraph, for any column, make it columns. For example, for this paragraph, I will make it 2 columns. I can make it 3 columns. I can make it left, so I have a small paragraph at the left, a big paragraph at the right. I can make it right, so I have a big paragraph at the right and at the left and small paragraph at the right. So I can divide the paragraph into 2 columns or 3 columns, or to return back to 1 column. Also, I can have more columns. For example, I can add 3 columns Also, I can add a line between. So now if I add line between, you will see that between paragraph, I have line between. To change the paragraph columns to two, I can just click on from columns, two columns, or to revert back to one column, I click on one column. So again, if I can select these paragraphs. From here, I can go to columns and make them, for example, two columns. I can do to multiple paragraph, or I can do on each paragraph. For example, I will make this two column. I will make this paragraph three columns. Here I will, for example, I will make it left. For this, I will make it right. And to revert back, I can simply go and choose one column. Also, now I will go to the design tab. You notice that in some versions, design and layout, especially the old versions of Microsoft Word, are in the same tab, which is called page layout. Now, in the design tab, we will see the watermaker. Watermaker is to add a text on my page, in the back of my page. I can use predefined. I have a predefined sets. For example, here you can notice confidential. Write it diagonal confidential. Do not copy, for example, or I can customize my watermaker. I can choose picture as watermaker or text. From text, I can change. For example, I will put as soon ASAP, as soon as possible. I can change the font I need. For example, let's try uh, any. I will choose, for example, for Andalus. I can change the size. I can change the color. For example, I will make it red. Layout, I have two options, diagonal. You can see diagonal or horizontal. And once I finish, I click on OK. And the watermaker will be applied on all pages. To remove watermaker, I can click here on watermaker, remove watermaker again. So again, to add watermaker, I go to watermaker. I can choose from predefined style designs I have, or text, confidential, do not copy. Or I can customize my watermaker. I can choose a picture. I can add a text. For example, here I will add, let's add my ID, for example, 11223344. For example, I can choose the font. I can choose the size. I can choose the color I need. I can lay out. Before I click on OK, I can apply to see it, how it applied. Once I finished, I click on close. Now the watermaker has been applied. Uh, Also in page and design tab, I can add a page color. I can change from here the page color. I can choose, for example, I will choose this color. I can have many solid color, or I can here click on more colors to customize my color, and I can use fill effect. Fill effect, I can, for example, I can use a two color from color 1 to color 2, and will be applied from color 1 to color 2, or I can choose a texture as a background. You can see how it will be applied. Or from fill effect, I can use a pattern, any pattern. I can choose the color of my patterns, and it will be applied. Also, I can choose a picture. I can upload a picture from my computer, for example. Let's search for a picture. I will choose this picture, and will be applied as a background. Or to remove my page color, I click on no color. So again, to add a page color from here, I can choose a solid color and apply a solid color. Or from fill effect, I can choose a gradient. For example, to add two colors, I can choose a texture, pattern, or a picture. Finally, in design tab, I can add a page border. I can add a customized border. For example, I can add this style at the top of my page. At the left, I can apply, for example, this style with this color. On the right, this style. For example, at the bottom, I don't need to add a border, and click on OK, and the page border will be added. So to remove page border, I can click here again, click None, and click OK, and the page border will be removed. Another option in page border, I can add a clip art. For example, I need to add the a tree as a, or star as my page border. I click on star, I change the width I need for the whole document, and click on OK, and page border will be applied. Again, to remove page border, I click on page border, I select none, and click on OK, and page border will be removed. Now, for layout tab, in layout tab, I can increase the indent option. The indent option is used to increase to increase and decrease the left indent and the right indent. For example, for this paragraph, I can use the left to increase the space from the left, and to decrease the space from the left. So I use increase left to change, decrease or increase the space to the left, and I can do it from the right. You can notice how it changed from the right. Also, I can decrease the space. So I use the indent here, left and right, to change the space. Also, I can do it using the ruler. Now, the ruler is not appear. The ruler not appear here. So to show the ruler, I go to view. I check the box of ruler. Now the ruler appear. For the ruler, we will first make this again one paragraph, one column. From the ruler, I can move the top button of the ruler, which move only the first line. I can choose the middle, which will move the rest of the lines, or I can click on the bottom button and move the entire paragraph. So for the ruler, I have here the top button that moves the first line, the middle that move the other lines, and the below button to move all paragraph. So for the ruler, I have 3 buttons. If I click at the top button, will move the first line indent. The middle button will move the other lines, and if I click on the bottom button, will move the complete paragraph. So I can change the indent using the layout or using the ruler. Now for spacing between paragraph, I can use the spacing. So before it add space before the paragraph, you can see how it changed, and after add space after the paragraph. So I can control the count, the spacing between before and after my paragraph. Now in the review tab. In the review tab, the first option is to use spelling and grammar. Let's say I have here, for example, I will type powerful wrong, and for example here after let's choose after this is before this comma, I will add a space. So let's say I write a word wrong. It will be underlined with waved red line to show that I have a spelling mistake. Also here, when I added a space before a comma, I will receive a blue waved underline, which makes that I have a grammatical mistake. So red line is for spelling mistake, blue line is for grammatical mistake. To correct, I can go here at the beginning of my page, click on spelling. Here I have it gives me the option to correct. If I click, if here I can have many options. Ignore ons. So if I have this word typed, for example, let's say I have this word typed 2 times. Okay. Now I go to here again, spelling and grammar. If I click on ignore ons, so it ignores this the first word. It will move to the next and ask me if I need to correct. If I click on ignore all, so the both word will be ignored directly at the same time. So if I click on ignore all, both will be skipped. So now I have the option to add. Add if I have, for example, a word that I need to use not wrong, the word detected as a wrong word, but I have I used it for a similar simple case. I need to use this word. So I click to add to dictionary, and now the word will no longer be uh, marked as wrong by Microsoft Word. Or I can click on the powerful corrected by Word and click on change to change one time or to change all in the whole document. After correcting the spelling mistake, Word give me here that I have a grammatical mistake that I need to correct. Also, I can ignore or I can change, and Word will correct it. Also, in preview tab, I can have a statistical uh, summary. For example, how many page, how many words, how many characters with space, how many paragraph, how many lines. So Word give me a summary of my document. Also from here, I can specify my proofing language. For example, here, let's say I have the text not in English, I have it in French. I select all my text. I go here for language, set proofing language. I can search, for example, for French. I click on OK. Now you can notice that it will mark all words as wrong because I selected that my document is in French and these words are not in French. So now if I click on spelling and grammar, you will see that he will try to correct all my words. Also, or I can go back here. I need first to select my document, go back here, set proofing language, and select English again, and I can now close spelling and check. Now let's say that I need to add a note or to write a comment. For example, I need to add that I need here to add later a picture. I can add, for example, comment, a new comment, add a picture later. I can also add a comment here, for example, done. So now if I go here, I can go to next comment. If I can click here, next comment, previous comment. If I, for example, I added later a picture, I need to delete this comment, I click here on delete. When I print my document, the comments will be printed also. Finally, in the view tab, here I can change the view mode. I can control my view mode. I can, for example, choose read mode. To close, I click on escape. I can choose the print layout. I can choose web layout. So I can switch between different layout, different view layout of my document. Also, I can control the zoom to zoom in or to zoom out, or I can, for example, I need multiple page to see multiple page, or here I can control from here the zoom to increase or decrease, zoom in and zoom out. That's what all we need for Microsoft Word. Thank you.